or, you know, something so silly that we as adults are like, oh my gosh, it's not funny. I mean, you can ask my mother how many times she would be like laughing and laughing and laughing, and I would tell her to stop laughing because it wasn't funny. Like, who does that? A really, 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 really miserable human. I was that very miserable human. But I can actually say right now that I have never laughed more in my lifetime, nor found more joy in the simplest of things when I stopped running from actually how I was feeling, like the truth of what I was feeling, the emotions that I was feeling, whether good, bad, ugly, nasty, gross. I wanted to learn to feel, and I wanted to learn to feel something other than anger. Now, it's not bad. Ooh, misery is a choice. That's a good one. And girl, misery loves company, hey? You bring all your like friends with you. Yeah. Oof. It's gross. I just look at the way I functioned, and self-pity is nasty. It's so nasty, and it's so isolating, and it is a horrible place to be. Horrible. Horrible. And I am so glad that I am not there, but it took like putting on my big girl, but oh, I got some hearts. I like hearts. We like hearts. Oh, and hey guys, I think that there's a little trick on here. If you like slide your screen to the right, or you slide it to the left, or you slide it up, or you tap it twice or something, you can like send this thing to like Twitter, and people can see it. Like you can say like, "Phew, look what I'm watching right now." But I don't know how you do that on here. Maybe you could try it and then tell me how it happens. So next time we can be like, "Hey, go ahead and try this." Anyways, hashtag changing the world one hard conversation at a time. Or one heart conversation at a time. I need to figure out how to spell those things into like one hard heart. Not hard heart, but heart. I don't know. Anyways, squirrel. Back. I'm back. I'm back. Learning to feel. And learning to feel everything. Feeling it, crying, being sad about it, and being okay with that. But we think if I, like Tracy, like you said, it exposes my weaknesses, and we don't like to feel weak, because when we feel weak, we feel vulnerable. When we feel vulnerable, we feel exposed, and when we feel that, it's almost like your heart is like being, like it's like held out, and then it got dropped on the floor, and a whole bunch of people can come and walk all over it. But it doesn't have to look like that, but that's what we think is going to happen, that somebody's going to come and whack it with a bat or something like that. So we just decide not to feel at all, and we decide not to emote at all, and we become numb to life, and we walk around like robots, miserable and addicted to this, that, and the other, and we don't know how to interact with people. We don't want to interact with people, but we really want to be loved by people, but we don't know how to interact with people, and we isolate ourselves, and it's this like really vicious cycle of like crash and burn into I don't really like my life. And been there, done that. And I pretty much don't ever want to do that again. I want to learn to feel. And I will tell you, the more I learn to feel, the less of the crappy stuff I do feel. Because I get to find the simplest joy and gratefulness in other things, and little things don't bother me. Like if somebody cuts me off in traffic, or they're driving slow, or my food's ordered, the way I ordered my food, it didn't come out right, or my coffee doesn't taste good, or the guy next to me in the line was a total jerk, or, you know, I mean, whatever it is, like we just learn to not let so many things bother us or get under our skin, or people irritate us. It just, granted, okay, people still bother me, all right? I'm not even gonna lie that people are still not frustrating, okay? So let's be real about that. Hashtag simple joys. And you can find them everywhere. If you look for them, you will find them. You will even find joy in pain. Because in the pain, there's growth. And in the pain, you learn that you made it through something. Just like a really hard workout. It's the same thing. If you avoid really hard workouts because they're really hard, well, then you don't get anything out of them. And you don't get fitter. And if it's hard to eat well, then you just eat crappy food all the time. And then you feel crappy. And then you avoid the gym, and you avoid hanging out with people, and you avoid sex with your spouse because you don't feel good about yourself. And then everything just goes awry. Like, do you see what avoidance does? It's so messy. Are you guys still following me? Because I feel like I'm kind of like all over the place. Is this making sense? Hashtag yes. Hashtag you're making sense, Lou. Hashtag you're not. Okay, guys. Yes, it's making sense. Yes. Okay, so. Yes. Where'd you see that at? That's so weird. Don't wish it was easier. Wish you were better. Okay? So, start to stop. Like, when there is like, because when we're in the habit of emoting a certain way, we do. And we're in the habit of avoiding. I don't even have to tell you guys where you avoid feeling certain things. You know where you do it. Because you don't want to go there. If I said, hey, go there, you would know exactly where you don't want to go. Or when you think about certain people or you think about certain situations that kind of just like get under your skin, or they ruffle your feathers, or they make you want to cry. Those are really good places. And so I say, rather than tiptoeing past them to the bottle, or tiptoeing past them to your computer, or past them to the tub of ice cream, I say tiptoe right into that dark place, wake them up, drag them out, ask them what their name is, and tell them that they need to be done and out of your life, because they're ruining your life and they're stealing your joy. So, go get them, grab them around the neck, because basically they're cowards, and you are stronger than they are. Okay? Go find them. Go find them. Feel them. Don't live in them. Okay? Do not live in them. You are not to live by how you feel. We live in a generation that says, do whatever makes you feel good. That doesn't work. Maybe I'll save that for another time, because when you take that to it's bad. We're to live and stand on what is true. So I don't get to walk into a room after a bad day and think the joy stealers. That's awesome. Kick them out. You can't live rent-free in my brain and my heart and my soul anymore. Where was I? What was I talking about? What was I talking about? It was good. I was on a roll.
It was good. You were on a roll.
Do you remember what I was talking about?
You were talking about getting rid
Don't live in the feelings, squirrels.
There we go.
Yeah, we don't live out of the way that we feel. We live what is true. So guess what? If you have a bad day, okay, and you guys know these people, you might even be one of these people. I used to be these people. You had a bad day. You woke up and you didn't feel awesome. And you have a whole bunch of things that you can be so miserable about and so about. And then you walk into a room and you're grumpy. And everybody in the room knows you're grumpy. And then they ask you how you're doing. You're like, I'm fine. I had such a bad day. Oh, my life is terrible. This happened and this happened and this happened. And all you're really looking for is attention. You just want somebody to come and join your pity party. I did that all the time. Except for that I wasn't like, I just wasn't very nice. Bless you. I just wasn't very nice. I was like really short and, ask anybody that used to come into the gym when I was, not a very nice person. They will tell you. Not a funny joke. I was short with my words, not short in stature. I am already short in stature, I know that. My roommate's over here making jokes. I told her she just needed to be quiet while I did this, but probably that didn't happen. Would you like to come join me over here? And
invited me in.
So, we don't live out of the way that we feel. Okay? You go, you find them, you deal with them, and then you move on from them and you don't live in them anymore. Okay? We don't live in the valleys forever. We live in the valleys so we can take what we learned from the valley and take it up to the mountaintop. Okay? Because things don't grow on the mountaintops like fruits and stuff. They grow in valleys. So there's an opportunity to grow and not stay there forever. Okay? So feel it. Figure out what it is. Move on. So the next time you are very aware as to what that was. And then you continue to walk out of it and walk out of it and walk out of it. So I would love to actually email me, lou@loucrenshaw.com, or I don't know if you can send private messages on this thing, or I think you can send private messages on Instagram, but just maybe share what you realize what it is. Or if you're like, I don't even know what this is, please help me. Sometimes they all kind of look the same. We just think they look different. So you guys are awesome. Thank you for tuning in and watching. Please share this. If you know somebody that needs to see this, please share it. Please. We need to be a people that learns to feel, to know, and to be known, and to live whole, full lives, joy-filled and really living, not just kind of, not just alive, but a mummy wrapped all up and I think that'd be a zombie, or The Walking Dead or something like that. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for giving me some of your time tonight. You guys are awesome. Have a good night.